The Little Princess and the Missing Castle Gate. Chapter 1. A Castle Without a Door. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom where clouds sometimes wore ribbons and the rivers hummed gentle lullabies, there lived a little princess named Lila. Princess Lila was not like the princesses in most stories. She was small for her age, with hair that curled like question marks, and her favorite crown was made not of gold, but of painted seashells she had collected herself. She lived in a castle on top of a hill. The castle had tall towers, wide windows, and most important of all, a very grand gate. The castle gate was so tall that birds often landed on it to look around, and so strong that no storm had ever shaken it. But one sunny morning, when Princess Lila woke up and skipped down the stairs to say good morning to the castle guard, she found something astonishing. The gate was gone. Not broken, not open, not hiding behind the bushes. Simply gone, as if it had tiptoed away during the night. The princess gasped so loudly that the birds in the tower flew away in a flurry.
Serovan,
She called to the guard.
where is our gate?
Sir Rowan scratched his head.
I was polishing my boots, Your Highness, and when I looked up, well, it had vanished.
Gates don't vanish. Doors don't decide to go for walks.
But deep inside, Lila wondered what if it had decided to go for a walk. After all, in her kingdom, very unusual things sometimes happened. Chapter 2. The Gate Thief, or the Gate Adventurer. At breakfast, Princess Lila nibbled her toast slowly. She was thinking very hard.
Without a gate, anyone can walk into our castle. A squirrel, a giant, even a dragon looking for snacks.
Her father, King Theodore, patted her hand.
Don't worry, my little star. We'll build a new gate if we must.
But Lila shook her head.
It's not just about having a gate. It's about finding out why it's missing. What if it needs help?
The queen raised her eyebrows.
You mean you think the gate has feelings?
Lila nodded seriously.
Everything has feelings, if you listen closely enough.
And so she decided she would find the missing gate herself. Chapter 3. Packing for an Adventure. A princess, of course, could not go on an adventure unprepared. Lila packed a magnifying glass to look for tiny clues, a piece of chalk to leave secret signs in case she got lost, a sandwich with strawberry jam, because every adventure is better with jam, and her favorite stuffed rabbit, Carrot, who was very good at listening. Before leaving, she whispered to the castle walls.
Don't worry, I'll bring your door back.
The walls seemed to sigh with relief. Chapter 4. The First Clue. Lila searched the ground outside the castle. At first, she saw only daisies and dandelions. But then, near the path, she spotted something unusual. Long, straight lines in the dirt, as if something very large and very heavy had slid away during the night.
Gate tracks,
She whispered. The tracks led down the hill, through the meadow, and into the forest. Lila followed carefully, marking the trees with chalk arrows so she could find her way back. Chapter 5. The Fox Who Knew Too Much. In the forest, she met a fox wearing a green scarf.
Good morning, Princess. Are you following those enormous tracks?
Said the fox, bowing politely.
Yes. Do you know where they lead?
The fox twitched his nose.
Of course I do. They belong to your castle gate. It passed by here last night.
Lila's eyes widened.
You saw it?
The fox nodded.
It looked quite tired. It said it was going somewhere peaceful, where no one slammed it open or shut.
Lila frowned.
But gates are supposed to open and shut. That's their job.
The fox tilted his head.
Even gates need rest, little princess. Perhaps you should ask it why it left.
And with that, the fox slipped away into the shadows. Chapter 6. A River of Questions. The tracks led Lila to the river. There, she found a family of frogs singing.
Excuse me, did you see a gate pass this way?
She asked politely.
Yes, it floated across the water on a raft of lily pads.
Croaked the eldest frog.
Why would it do that?
Lila wondered aloud. The frog shrugged.
It muttered something about finding a place where it could swing freely without anyone pushing or pulling too hard.
Lila sat down on a rock, her chin in her hands. She thought about how often she herself had slammed the gate when she was late for lessons, or how the guards sometimes banged it shut quickly during storms.
Maybe we weren't very kind to our gate,
She admitted softly. Chapter 7. The Valley of Echoes. Following the frog's directions, Lila walked until she reached a wide valley where every sound echoed.
Hello?
She called. Hello, hello, hello. The valley replied.
Gate, are you here?
Here, here, here. And then, to her surprise, a new echo came. Not hers, not the valley's, but deep and creaky, like an old door opening.
Yes, I am here.
Chapter 8. A Conversation with a Gate. At the far end of the valley stood the castle gate, leaning against a boulder. It looked enormous without the walls around it, and somehow smaller too, like a tired traveler resting after a long journey.
Gate, you scared us.
Cried Lila.
Why did you run away?
The gate creaked.
I was tired, Princess. Tired of being pushed and pulled, tired of never being thanked. Do you know how heavy I am? Do you know how much it hurts when someone slams me?
Lila's cheeks turned pink.
I never thought about that.
The gate groaned.
No one thinks about gates. Everyone just walks through them.
The princess felt a lump in her throat.
I'm sorry, Gate. I didn't mean to hurt you. I thought you were just strong.
I am strong, but even strong things need kindness.
Chapter 9. A Promise Made. Lila sat down in front of the gate and placed Carrot the rabbit on her lap.
I promise.
She said softly.
If you come back, I'll treat you better. I'll ask the guards to open you gently. I'll decorate you with flowers so you'll feel special. And I'll always say thank you when I pass through.
The gate was silent for a long time. Then, slowly, it creaked.
You would really do that for me?
Yes, because you're part of our castle family, and families look after each other.
The gate sighed.
Then I suppose I could return.
Chapter 10. The Journey Home. Of course, the gate was far too heavy for Lila to move on her own. But with a little imagination, she found a way. She asked the birds to guide the way. She asked the fox to lend a rope. She asked the frogs to splash encouragement songs. and together with friends helping and Lila cheering, the gate rolled, slid, and shuffled back up the hill toward the castle. It took the whole afternoon, but when the sun dipped low, the gate finally stood once again in its rightful place. The walls of the castle seemed to sigh with happiness. Chapter 11. A Celebration for a Gate. That night, Princess Lila held a party not for herself, not even for her stuffed rabbit Carrot, but for the gate. They decorated it with ribbons and lanterns. They sang songs of welcome. They even served tiny cakes shaped like keys. Before bed, Lila walked to the gate, touched it gently, and whispered,
Thank you for keeping us safe. Sleep well tonight.
And this time, she thought she heard the gate whisper back,
Thank you, too.
Chapter 12. What Lila Learned. From then on, Princess Lila kept her promise. She reminded everyone to open and close the gate kindly. She decorated it with garlands in spring and painted stars on it in winter. And whenever she passed through, she always paused to whisper,
Thank you.
because Princess Lila had learned something very important. Even the strongest things need kindness. Even the quietest friends deserve to be heard. And even a castle gate can feel lonely if nobody cares. The end. Or perhaps just the beginning of many more gentle adventures.